So we got this package in the mail. Ooh, it's a mystery tackle box. Let's see what's in it. Better take the scissors. Let's see what's inside. Ooh, we got some spoons that look like casting spoons that are rainbow trout color. We got a Strike Pro. We got some Carlisle floats. We got some Slab Daddy crappie jigs. We got some jumbo-sized wax worms. It's from Eagle One. We got some Catch Company plastics. And we got some Big Bite Bait pink things. And we got this sweet sticker. What's in your box? The Challenger X Ice from Strike Pro, that's $5.99. A Catch Company minnow, this is made by Mystery Tacklebox, it's $3.99. A Slab Daddy, this is $3.99. These Big Bite Baits with bite juice from Ballsy are $1.49. The micro spoons are $4.99 and the ice floats are $2.49. This is going to be a tough challenge. The Big Bite Baits Ballsy worked really well. I got a couple crappies and a couple bluegills on the Big Bait Ballsy. Here's one of the bluegills I caught on that. And it worked well. Whereas some of these other baits in this box did not work so well. The Carlisle's ice floats also worked well. I caught a crappie and I caught some bluegills on them. The Eagle One bait and maggot grubs, as you can see in this underwater camera footage, this was actually caught on the Carlisle ice floats. So the one person who just subscribed to me today was asking how to use this Carlisle ice float. So here's my hook. So you essentially take the float, you pull this toothpick out of the float, you put your line through the float, and then you set your jig or hook and split shot a certain depth under the ice like here. And when you have it to your desired depth, you put this in, which would really vary depending upon what species you're fishing for. Like if you're fishing for crappies, you may only want like 3 feet of line or 2 to 3 feet of line down and be right under the 20 inches of ice in 6 feet of water where I was fishing this day. Whereas if you're fishing for bluegills, you may want your bait 6 inches off bottom. So the depth you're going to set your bait depends upon the species you're after. And here is the maggot grub I had on it, which did not work well. And I just put this on an orange jig, which the kitty is interested in. So these maggot grubs, the fish were really finicky about. I just showed you how I had them rigged up. And the fish would bite at them, but they wouldn't hook them. But there's just something with their taste or something. Like I had the same issue when I did the gummy worm challenge. Like something about the texture of the plastic or something. The fish just were not into and would just nibble at, and they would drop it and not get hooked. Like I don't know what is up with these. I'm sure if the fish were more aggressive and just swallowing the bait, they would have worked better. It could be that I just am not fishing these right and should be fishing them on a bigger hook or for a more aggressive species. It's just might be that in the spots I've been ice fishing, the fish are on a micro-sized bait bite and do not want anything larger. But there was one person at the spot I talked to who was doing really well on crappies on impulse soft plastics like smelt topped with a spike like came in my September trout box. So they definitely can be caught in plastics. Then I caught them on that pink big bite bait ballsy. So they definitely will hit soft plastics here. It's just dependent upon, it has to be the right soft plastics. And these chartreuse worm maggots are not the right plastics. And they're like larger than a waxworm, which is, they should be smaller than a waxworm if they're a maggot. Like this mystery tackle box is one that just gives me new stuff to try that I would never try. Like I tried using the spoons in it, and I tried using the Strike Pro, but I never got to using the Slab Daddies. So here's what the Catch Pro minnows look like. I never use these. I don't know, I just don't have much faith in fake minnows. And the fish were not being that aggressive where I was fishing at. So I never actually tried these. I guess if the fish were being aggressive or you like tipped a spoon with these might work. But I never used these. These do feel like fairly firm plastic. This is just my initial reaction. I really do not like review videos where people just like buy something and give their initial reaction, because I would like review videos where people have actually used the stuff and said how it works. And this Catch Company bait, which is on this pole, I don't like these because they snag on everything. And this is on a medium heavy action pole I fished with, and there's some underwater footage of its action. And it actioned pretty well like a jigging Rap. Like this bait, I might actually buy. And if it was cheaper than a jigging Rap, I'd definitely buy it. But I didn't catch any fish on it. They were just looking and not taking. These Slab Daddy jigs I never used either. I would only buy these jigs for open water fishing. I don't think I'd use these for regular water fishing. I think in the Milwaukee Harbor, I heard of people doing wild jigging, like marabou jigs like these for the massive brown trout down there. So these will work. I probably just am not in the right spot, or just did not have enough guts to try these and see if they work. They might work for walleyes or crappies if you tip them with a minnow here too. I guess you don't know if you don't try. And the last thing I'm going to give a reaction to is these spoons. And I was definitely not sold on the spoon. I say these action like a $1 Walmart spoon. And literally, like I tried casting one in the creek, and it barely wobbled around at all on my ice rod though. And it just did not have a whole lot of action to it. And when I had it down on the camera, which I didn't find the underwater camera footage of it, but it just did not have a whole lot of action to it. So it was a very little movement to it. Maybe if you're fishing for rainbow trout or lake trout or something, this might work for you. my reaction to this box is this is a box full of ice fishing stuff that you would never buy, that I would never buy to use. The only thing I would buy to use is these impulse plastics here that I think would work. Like I would buy a jigging wrap, and I would buy the Catch Company Death Stalker like bait, but buy a jigging wrap. And I would buy these plastics for open water fishing, but I would not buy them for ice fishing. And I seen an unboxing video of the crappie box, and it had the same thing in it, except the Catch Company Death Stalker was replaced with hooks. So they must have sent this basically the same box out to people, but just changed a few things. So the crappie panfish box and this box, the ice box, must have been about the same thing. For next month, I asked my Instagram, which you can follow me on Instagram at Musky Hans, to say whether I should buy a trout box and a walleye box, and I'm going to buy a trout box. I'll try to slam it. Hopefully I can do better than the two things out of the box, which I've been able to do in the last ice boxes. Thanks for watching my ice box reaction slash failed slam slash whatever you want to call this. And if you don't like what I've said, just hit me a dislike and say why you don't like it in the comments below. But please subscribe to my channel if you like my content and like this video. Thanks for watching this episode of Musky Hans Outdoors. My shoutouts for this video are to Robert Agri, Chillin' Outdoors, and Life with Ken and Jane. Thanks for watching.